Hey guys, what's going on? It's Casey from Fun Fun Studios, creator of Football Scouter 5. Week 14 is upon us, and I'm just going to do the scouting report here of the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. I haven't even looked at it yet. I just scouted the game, but I haven't looked at the output yet. I will say both teams like to use some trickery plays, some receivers, and even some linemen in some of their pass plays. But anyway, let's looking down here at some of the output I got from scouting these games. Just a quick look. Let's look over here. The Packers been kicking the heck out of the ball, which is good. But the Lions are not giving up those field goals, and we'll find out in a minute whether that's because they're giving up touchdowns or if they're just not giving up any points to field goal kickers. And then take a look at the Lions down here. Lions, once again, they are kicking as well, and the Packers aren't giving up as well. But they both kick a lot of field goals, so they're both in position a lot. So that's something to keep an eye on for later on when we're building our teams, depending on what team it is we're building. As for the Packers, let's see what they're doing awesome. The Packers, they're running the ball amazing. They're running the ball. They're just pounding it through the inside. They're screening the ball out. As for on the receiving side, they're throwing the ball all over the field. Looks like they're throwing it to the wide receiver, to the slot receiver, to the tight end. And so here's what Football Scouter does really well. It's really easy to look at stats and be like, oh, yep, they're doing. I'm just going to follow the stats. You can't do that. If you follow the stats, you're kind of with the whole crowd. You got to look and see what the Lions are doing poorly. And the Lions are poorly defending the slot big time with no real defensive strength. I would say 50-50 ball on the wide receiver. So I'd be attacking the slot here with the Packers. And if you want to know where their slot guy falls, it's Jaden Reed is their main guy in the slot, and that even Kraft has been a little bit in that slot area as the tight end. But I'd be putting a lot of money in the Jaden Reed area right here. And as you saw on Thanksgiving, he was the guy. He went off, but lots in the slot. Anything else? Well, like I said, if you want to go with their running game, that's fine. Obviously, they're running the ball well, but everybody in the world is seeing that. So I'd like to concentrate on what the team they're playing, their defensive weaknesses are. And so that's where I'm going to be keying in right there on the slot, probably Reed. And we'll see if I want to pair that up with the quarterback, with Jordan, or if I want to, just stay with just the slot receiver. We could do something like take the slot and the kicker. But we'll see how that pans out if you're doing like a DraftKings showdown, a single game. Well, let's take a look down at the Lions and see what's going on here. Once again, we talked about their kickers are doing well. Obviously, the Lions put up tons of points, not so much on Thursday. And let's see where the Packers are having some struggles as well. It looks like they're also struggling defending that inside of the field, that slot area, and a little bit on the tight end. So this actually will kind of probably pan out pretty easily. Sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, I want to get all these high-profile players. It might be kind of a slot battle tonight. I'm looking right up here at the Lions, and their main slot guys wanted to just double check. Yeah, it's St. Brown, so he'll be high owned anyway, just because people love him. But he didn't have a great game last time, which is perfect. So it might be I'm on St. Brown, Jaden Reed type game. Pick up both kickers, and maybe you can throw both quarterbacks in there because you have a ton of money left over. That's just something awesome that Football Scouter does for you. It really allows you to kind of key in on where you need to go to avoid the money, to avoid the crowds, but to also key in on what the defense is doing poorly, and that's really where you're going to make your money. So if you enjoy poring over stats and really analyzing the game, and doing some of your own work and getting away from any of the AI created crap. You can create sheets and sheets and sheets of statistics and get subscriptions and have everything at your fingertips. But really, what are you looking at? And you're looking at the same stuff that everybody else is. When you do the scouting, you watch the game yourself, you really get an idea of what's happening out there, and you can make better decisions rather than using other people's work and just kind of going in blind. And honestly, I try it all the time. Sometimes I just don't have time to scout a game. Even with Football Scouter, still I got to dedicate 25 minutes. I scout the game, but that's scouting both teams within 25 minutes, and I can get this nice report looking out here. If you got 25-30 minutes to sit down and scout the game, you're going to have such a good in-depth knowledge of what's happening, and it's going to pay for itself in one round. Right now we got a nice special on Football Scouter 5 is half off. Check it out. I'll put it in the link down below. But I mean, if you take the time, 25, 30 minutes, you enjoy looking at games, the film, you can watch the film for free on YouTube. I'll show you how to do it. You're going to pay yourself off in 1 week. So it's almost like you're losing money not getting Football Scouter 5. And it's nice. You watch the games. It's fun. You scout it and you come out and you get your own research here. We got the reports really backing up. You're not like in the back of your mind being like second guessing yourself. You know exactly what's happening. And just to emphasize one more time, the Packers went off on last time they played. And you know what? There's a lot of good things they're doing here, but this, you can see the graph really shows where you need to key in on, because where are the Lions weak? That's where you want to key in on, not where the Packers are going great. This is an NFL team. They can be great almost anywhere they want. They have a lot of professional players, but they're going to move that game plan around to where the Lions are weak for the most part. So that's what Football Scouter does really nicely. So if you want a little help on this Thursday night game, check out Football Scouter 5 over at Fun Studios. I'll put the link down in the description. And good luck tonight with your games. Have a good one.